Good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here today. I was asked to come and share my bold prediction for e-commerce for the year 2030. The topic I want to talk today is actually nothing new. It is deeply human, and it is as old as humankind itself. I want to talk about the topic of care and repair in a fashion industry, and why I believe service economy will be the next frontier for fashion e-commerce. But before we get started, I have a confession to make. I am a recovering shopaholic. I love shopping. I love fashion, I love beautiful clothing, and although my closet is really very full, I always have this urge to go and buy something new. At the same time, I'm also a mother, I am a feminist, and I'm a social activist with Movement Fashion Revolution. And the uncomfortable truth about fashion is that the industry is extremely unfair to women as producers, but also as buyers. It's one of the most pollutive industries in the world, and it is also one of the largest waste producers. Currently, people say that there are enough clothing on this planet to dress 6 generations of the humankind. 6 generations of humankind, and we don't even need to produce a single piece of clothing. You might believe this or not, but there's another fact. The piles of old fashion clothing, or actually new fashion clothing, in Chile desert are already to be seen from the space. And these are mainly synthetic fabrics, which are going to take around 200 years to decay. So as innovation researcher, I was thinking, how can we do fashion better? How can we get joy and excitement from fashion without actually buying anything new? And 5 years ago, I was crazy and maybe a little bit idealistic, and I founded Repair Rebels, with a focus on giving more longevity to fashion, on upcycling, repairing, and restoring our favorite pieces. So sustainability in the fashion industry is becoming a big topic. The politics are getting attention, marketing is getting attention on that, but we often forget that the most sustainable piece of clothing is the one that we already own. Unfortunately, the topic of caring and repairing is often seen as unfashionable and too exhaustive. Why so? Because the fashion repair industry has not changed in the last 100 years. Still very small shops, completely analog, dusty, bad working hours, and this industry was not able to stay relevant to the modern-day fashion consumer, who is, of course, spoiled by the industry with same-day delivery and, of course, perfect marketing. The local repair industry suffered a lot in Germany, but also in the whole Western Europe. In Germany, for example, in the last 10 years, we lost half of all the cobblers. And the situation is getting worse and worse. These small businesses are not able to stay relevant for fashion consumers. And this is why, with Repair Rebels, we wanted to change that. My ambition was to make fashion repairs as easy and as enjoyable as buying new fashion online. So we build a platform where we connect fashion users and local repair shop owners. We curate the best craftsmen, we offer pickup and delivery, postal shipping, we guarantee quality, and also build a community, because we want people to be proud of their repaired clothing and also talk about what they actually repair. So over the years, we developed our own repair booking and repair management software. It is no rocket science, but we are in the business of reverse logistics, and it's still very new. We build a network of over 100 craftsmen, decentralized network. So we are working with cobblers, seamsters, goldsmiths, upcycling designers, many of whom are very, very small businesses. Some are even working from home. Others are larger repair centers, like, for instance, the one from Caritas. Due to this very large, decentralized, and very diverse network, today we are very proud that we can repair almost any piece of clothing, be it jewelry, be it luxury bags, be it jeans, whatever you want. And we are also very happy because we made a lot of people very happy. Forget about sustainability. People are really willing to spend a lot of money to repair their favorite pieces. We made a lot of women happy by repairing the bags and shoes. But also, to our surprise, we have a lot of male customers. And guess why? Men do not like to go shopping as much as women do. Men find repair topic very natural to them, and they are more loyal to the clothing that they own. We are also proud that our pioneer work has been recently awarded with numerous awards, like the German Sustainability Award in the category Fashion Retail. And of course, we are also happy that we are not a traditional e-commerce business. We have way better numbers. We almost have no returns and very little complaints. Customer acquisition costs are still very low, and we have a rather big basket size. People are willing to spend money in order to repair their clothing. You might wonder who actually are using our services. Well, sustainability is an important factor, but maybe for only about 20% of our consumers. We repair a lot of luxury clothing, luxury bags. That's normal because there is a higher economical value associated to it. We have a lot of male consumers. About 50% of our customers are actually men. Men are also buying more, so they are booking more repairs at once. And we have a lot of people coming from rural areas. So about 60% of our customers do not live in the big city. And this is becoming more and more relevant because if you live outside the big city, it's very difficult to find a repair workshop, and people are used to send things over post. So we see that this area is growing very fast. At the same time, younger generation. So we have a very diverse customer base. We repair orthopedic shoes from retired people. We repair luxury bags. We repair vintage goods, we repair sneakers, and we also have a lot of young people who come to us and want to repair. Around 25% of consumers say they have never repaired anything in their life before, which makes us, again, really happy because we see that we were able to convert this new group of customers into this new market. And actually, there's a really huge market to be explored. Greenpeace study shows that about 50% of all Germans have never been at a repair shop in their life. And about 70% of all young German men have never visited a cobbler in their life. So we believe that with digital tools and modern marketing, we can get that huge amount of consumers into repairing. We don't say our customers don't go to the local repair shop. Do so. If you have a great tailor or if you have a great cobbler, use their services in your neighborhood. We want to bring, on the other side, the cobbler and the seamstress to you. And the market is really big. So if we are able to bring these 50% to use their repairs, I think we can really build a really big industry and business. Also, Ellen MacArthur Foundation is expecting that circular business models in fashion will account for 23% of all fashion market by 2030. Resale is growing, retail is also picking up, and I really think repair will be the next frontier because repair is also the basis for a lot of these business models. Also, The European Commission is picking up on the topic. There are many new laws being currently discussed, and one of them is the extended producer responsibility, where laws in Europe and Germany want to hold fashion companies accountable for what happens with the products after the resale, after the sale. There's also a lot of talks of putting more emphasis on the topic of repair, so providing do-it-yourself information, extending warranty periods, offering repair offline and online, providing spare parts, like maybe you know it from the electronic goods industry, and including repair data in digital product passports. How many of you are familiar with the topic of digital product passports? Raise your hand. Not that many. Well, that's something which will redefine the industry in the coming years. European Commission wants that by 2030, every fashion item has a digital product passport attached to it. And this is going to be a game changer for the whole industries, but also fashion industry in particular, because the digital product passport should give you a full information of what's in the product, where has it been produced, and what can you do with it once you have bought it. So for those who are not very familiar with digital product passports and who would like to know more, together with one of the largest digital product passports provider, Naravero, we co-wrote a white paper on why digital product passports are not only a regulatory burden, but also a huge opportunity. I believe digital product passports will fundamentally redefine the relationships between customers, products, and brands, and also give brands an extra opportunity to keep in touch with the consumer. So if you're interested, just scan the code, and you can also learn about how we imagine digital product passports working in the future. Of course, repair is a great option to stay in contact with the consumers. And I believe in the digital product passports, there's a great way to integrate repair services. Also, the opportunity to buy spare parts. Why brands and e-commerce should care about it? Well, there isn't a better opportunity to reconnect with your customer than to offer a repair service. It increases loyalty. It also justifies the higher price. Believe it or not, sometimes we have customers calling us and asking, do you repair that brand of shoes? If we say yes, they say, okay, I will buy it. So repair is becoming a very important purchasing decision. Repair could also help brands generate very interesting and relevant data. You can get pictures, you can get information about which products break, how they break, why they break, or maybe there's also a problem with the factory which has been producing it. So there's also an opportunity to actually increase the quality of the products that are sold on the European market. In addition, you can also reduce the returns. The number one reason people send clothing back is poor fit. And imagine if instead of sending it back, trousers which are too long, you could be offered an option to shorten it. Finally, I think repair offers a great opportunity to redefine business models and include repair in pricing already from the start. Repair is also a very interesting case for fashion re-commerce. This Prada bag has been sent to us from a customer who bought it on Vinted. She bought it on Vinted, she received it, and she sent it immediately to us. We can help increase the worth of the products which you buy on the resale markets. Some people even send us pictures of secondhand products and ask us if we can repair it and how much the repair would cost. So it's a clear example that repair industry can also help enhance the resale industry. And just think about it. In resale, you don't have different sizing. And there's a great option to resize the products that you eventually buy. And I believe overall, repair can help to increase trust in the resale markets, which are already very big and growing. So I have been talking a lot how great repair is and what is the great potential of repair, but I also have to be very honest. From all the e-commerce models, repair is mostly, or most likely, the hardest. Repair it has to happen locally. We can't ship products for repair overseas. There's a huge price competition, and we all know it. Fashion prices are going constantly down, and is of course crazy. In Germany, the digitalization of the repair industry has never happened. So even today, some of our craftsmen bring us a printed voucher to get paid for the services. So that's the reality of the repair industry. Regulation is moving very fast, but the repair industry has not changed in the last 100 years. Furthermore, the industry is also aging and is not attractive to the younger generations. And we believe we need to do something about it. That's the reason we invested a lot of time, energy, and thought in standardizing the industry, in building the software. And now we are entering into the B2B market because we know that we need to work with brands in order to make repair really happen, in order to make repair really scale. So we are offering for fashion brands our software as a white label solution or as a co-branded solution. We also offer access to our German and Austrian-wide network. So we are able to find the best and most suited craftsmen, be it a shoe brand, be it a jeans brand, or maybe be it even a jewelry brand. We also help to integrate repair into brand strategy and business model. Repair has a huge opportunity to reduce CO2 emissions. And consumers want to repair. Recent research shows that in 5 cases, or out of 5 cases, in 4 cases, repair will replace buying new. So let's pause for a minute. I think these numbers are not encouraging for anyone who is working in selling fashion. Why should you repair? Because you're going to lose a lot of customers. But one thing is clear, and I think if we think about the future, repair is not about shrinking the industry, it's redefining the value of growth and decoupling growth from producing new and moving more to the service economy. So what is my bold prediction? I think that by 2030, any serious e-commerce shop will have a button, ensure second life close to add to cart, where repair will be priced already in and consumers can be assured that they can repair the product. Furthermore, if the customer decides to send something back, I believe an option for alterations will also be offered. So I think the question is not if this is going to happen. I think this is already happening. And as I say, we observe it very well from the consumer sides. Consumers do want to repair. The question is, do you want to fight this movement or do you want to help and shape it? And if you want to shape it, I would really love to stay in touch. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the presentation. My name is Nikhil. I come from Arama. You said that people are willing to pay a little bit more in terms of price when the repair label comes with it. But yes, fast fashion is all around us, right? And the prices, you rightfully mentioned that the prices are going down. Could you share a little bit more to this fact? how, like, what kind of a resistance have you faced from sellers, and the comparisons that they have made with fast fashion? If you could shed a little bit more light on that.
What do you mean by sellers?
Sorry, the fashion brands themselves. So there would be some resistance, right? They would say that, well, everyone is lowering the price. You want me to increase it? How do you tackle that? Or can you share your experience in that regard?
Definitely. So there are, we are starting two very exciting pilots with two really great German brands just next month. So let's definitely stay in touch on that. But the journey was very long and painful because whenever you talk to a brand, you are often being said, Monica, we live from selling, not from repairing. And as we all know, fashion industry is in crisis. So we have a lot of bankruptcies. Fashion industry in Germany is declining. So it's not an easy conversation. But I think, again, like with disruptive innovation, you should think about the topic of circular economy not when you are in crisis, but before you get there. Because repair is a perfect way to differentiate, is a perfect reason to tell somebody, join my newsletter, right? We've just been talking about newsletter marketing. Today, there are thousands of brands if you want to buy something new. And I think building this long-term loyalty, or for building this long-term loyalty, repair is absolutely great and value-adding. But it's not an easy conversation, you're right.
Hello, my name is Lawrence. I'm from Austria. I would be interested if you could share some numbers, how many repairs per year you are doing, and what's the growth rate over the last couple of years?
So we're still a startup and we don't share these numbers. The numbers are still overseeable. I think the numbers help us to understand what's happening in the market. And the growth is there. One thing what I noticed, we just did the statistics for this conference. The average basket size has grew by 10%. So last year we were by 90 and this year we are by 110. So we do see that there's a value and we do see that consumers value the repair service. They do not repair every piece of clothing, and I think this will not be the case. But we have a lot of consumers who invest in favorite piece, in piece that they inherited, or piece that suits perfectly. Like I just said, customers do not like to go shopping. And man customers are willing to spend a lot of money. Sometimes I'm even rolling my eyes and I'm thinking, are you sure you really want to repair it? And obviously, yes. So yeah, the market is changing and I think people are starting to recognize the value of repair and also the convenience.
Hi, thank you for this great presentation. I come from Poland and I want to be honest. Polish women prefer buying new things, new clothes, instead of repairing. But my question is, how do you build your brand awareness? Do you cooperate with any influencers? Are you present in social media? How does it look like?
Mainly social media. Actually, the conversions are very good on social media. So especially for luxury repairs, social media is perfect. We also see influencer marketing, of course, is working really, really well. And definitely it's not easy to convince women to repair 50 euro Zara dress. Then you can buy it new, right? And the repair maybe costs 30 euros. But we're also going in the direction of upcycling, so changing the sizes, making a better fit, or as I said, luxury good industry. Because if you own a designer bag, you have an option to go to a designer shop and have your product sent to Paris and wait for half a year. Or you can have it repaired locally and it's going to take 2 weeks. So we see also a lot of growth in the luxury segment.
Hi, thank you so much for the presentation. You mentioned some cool insights regarding the approach between women and men to repair. But have you experienced any shift or any generational insights regarding repair too, between generations, ages, and cultures maybe? Thank you.
Well, definitely. Like I said, we are surprised how diverse is our customer base, right? We have a couple living in the suburbs and they're always sending their orthopedic shoes for us to repair. So the husband and wife, so very practical case. But we also have younger consumers, we have very fashion-aware consumers, and people say younger generation doesn't care about repair. That's nonsense. Younger generation shops increasingly secondhand, and they want to have these products altered. They also have a lot of favorite pieces. They want to have products to be individualized. And for instance, I learned to repair while I was at school. I'm coming from Lithuania. So back in those days, we had to learn how to repair. My daughter here in Germany, she has never learned the skill at the school. So most of the young people in Germany today are not able to even sew a button. And that's what I see. Even, for instance, we get repairs where actually could be easily done at home, like little holes in T-shirts. And as I said, sometimes I roll my eyes. I think, do we really need to send it in for repair? But if people want it, we of course celebrate it and we say, yes, thank you for being a rebel and choosing to repair, no matter what and no matter what type of product.
Hi. How do you make sure the alterations are made the proper way, especially for the customers living in the rural areas?
So we would not take an evening gown or a wedding dress, right, where you need a lot of fitting. But generally, we test all the repair artists. So we test it ourselves. Then, of course, we see a lot of network effects. So our repair artists recommend other repair artists. So in the meantime, we have a very trusted and experienced network. At the same time, the customer always is asked for feedback on the customer journey and also on the repair work. So as soon as we see that one artist gets constantly bad reviews, we can, of course, get in touch and check what's going on. But so far, we were able to keep quality under control.